Joining us now to discuss the Senate's rejection of President Buhari's request to delete Section 84, subsection 12 of the Electoral Act, as well as call for broader electoral reform ahead of the 2023 general election, is the Convener Situation Room, Ene Obi. Great to have you on Newsday. First, I'd like to ask you, what do you make of the Senate's rejection of President Muhammadu Buhari's request to amend Section 84, subsection 12 of the Electoral Act?
I think when the president was signing that bill, he recognized that section and the subsection as well. And what we asked him to do is, whatever the reservation that you have, the law is not permanent. The fact that we're amending the Constitution today or that bills are being passed, into law, does not mean that that is the end of it. If they rejected it, they will have the grounds for rejecting it. But you can also see that within the few days of that bill coming to the assembly, they have been able to react and they have been able to vote on it. But if the president feels strongly about it, they can represent the bill. After the Electoral Act went for 6 times before the president signed the bill, and so before he signed it into law. And so it's very important for us to understand the process, that led to their, rejecting the bill. It was very, very massive in terms of the nays that came on. And so we hope that they will be able to, the president, if he so wishes, should go back to the floor. They don't reject without saying something, and so we want the president to look at it and again, represent the bill, just like we did, with the Electoral Act 2022.
And can you speak on the timing of this situation, seeing as how it's being said it's the first time in 20 years that they have gone against what the president would want to have enacted? Can you speak on the timing of this, of the passage of the bill?
Well, we are worried about a lot of things, but for the Senate to be able to stand their ground against the president, it means something is happening, because we have always thought that whatever comes, to the National Assembly, because the president presents it, it's okay for them. There were a lot of questions on the appropriation bill. The president went on and signed it, made his complaint. The petroleum bill went through the same thing before it became an act, and within a few days, within 24 hours, it was turned back. So this is the process of the law, and we hope that whatever is there, whatever is the issue, we want to be able to study it, to look at what's the reason why it was turned down the way it was, and why the president is insisting. And then we go back into working with the parliament, and also working with both houses of parliament to understand it and to also know why. I'm sure that the president, the Attorney General of the Federation is there, and we have all the medical apparatus, that we can talk about. So I think they need to go back to work. What I'm worried about, you can see we are staying in the sun. If you look at the population of women at the gate of the National Assembly, we have been here for 6 days now, and we are standing because of all the gender bills that have been thrown off. These are 5 bills that the women of Nigeria have talked about, that we have been working on, that we have been pressing on for equity, for issues of equality, for bringing, correcting the imbalance of decision-making makers in our population, for affirmative action, for indigenization. Because when you are looking at the issue of indigenship, some of us, I'm from another state, and I'm married to someone from another state. It means I don't have status. And we say our children do not have that. We have boys and girls. Our children go abroad, the men go abroad, they get married, and their children get indigenship. They get citizenship and so on and so forth. But we are talking of within Nigeria. We are discriminated again, and we say let's stop the discrimination. The other side of it is, when we are looking at the position of extra seats, we are saying in the population, how can you have 6.7% representation of women in your parliament at that level? With the kind of population you have about more than 200 million people. About half of the population are women, and they are not at the decision table. and that they are the ones that issues of gender-based violence. When you see the thousands of women who have been gathering here, many of them are quite educated. It's not the days of our ancestors where we had a number of them had standard 6. We now have so many professors. We have so many women who are, you know, medical doctors are in their millions. Lawyers are in their millions. Professors are in their millions in different professions. We have engineers. We have market women. We also have, you know, a lot of people who are doing their own professional job, and we have civil servants as well. But what's their voices? They are also in the military. They are in the armed forces. We are in the police. And what is their status? Just go and look at the Police Act and look at what qualifies a woman to be who she is at that level. How many IGs of police have we had as women? We do think that women need to be on the decision table. How do they become even CP? How many commissioners of police do you have as women? Don't they qualify? Or you think they are not intelligent enough? And so we are here for the 5 bills. That's what we have been on trial here for. And I think the women of Nigeria are on trial. And we are calling on all women of Nigeria to head to the gates of National Assembly. We are here today again. Today is day 6. We are going to be here until 6 p.m. And then we'll go and re-energize ourselves. On Tuesday, it will be a bigger occupation. Thank you.
Well, Convener Situation Room, Ene Obi, thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.